Idiot of the day, Jeff here. Commit, don't quit. Magical Monday. Anyways, let's see what's happening here. See if we have anybody here. I'm just gonna be a second. I'm just gonna open up the chat. Just takes me a minute or two because we're running OBS, so this is just gonna take a minute. Anybody that's here, so I apologize. Razzle Rama videos. Hey Razzle, how are you? It's good to see you. Steve Believe Guitar. Steve, how are you? It's nice to see you. Let me just change that from top to live chat. We may have people, we may not, I don't know. But if you're here, great. If you're not, no worries. Just probably take a few minutes. Steve Believe, I wasn't sure you were going live. I was checking your homepage. How are you? Oh, good, Steve. Good, good, good. Yeah, no, I'm. There's no way to set this live now. The schedule for some reason. I tried to set it, but it doesn't seem to let me schedule it now the way I'm doing it. So, anyways, it is what it is. I go live, and then hopefully anybody that knows that I go live at 2 comes on. Otherwise, they should see the message pop up, or they might get notifications. I don't know, because it's set now. Once it goes live, it might pop up. Razorama. Razzle says, I'm good. Glad to be here. I'm glad you two fellas are here too. I'm sorry it's quiet. It's just you two fellas, so it's nice to have you here. Running OBS. I tried Stream Elements. Streamlabs I can't get to work, so I tried Stream Elements. It has this overlay, and it looks awesome. But the only problem is there's either it's the computer or there's something I'm not doing right to get that overlay to work in the background. If I can figure that out, I think this would be it would look pretty good. Because anyways, we'll see what happens with that. Joseph Erickson, how's it going? Good morning to you. Hope Monday's going well. Yeah, Monday's great. Got the slow cooker on. Joe had me start a ham up. The only problem is she. You know what? While we're doing this, I'm gonna keep the chat going. If everybody wants to talk, once we get a few more people here, I'm gonna run. She says there's brown sugar in the cupboard, and she wants me to put the brown sugar in with the ham because it gives it like kind of a nice sweet taste. But I couldn't find the darn thing, so I'm gonna have to take a look after. Oh gosh, PMDB Entertainment, how you doing, buddy? How are you, Paul? It's nice to see you. San Diego Barbie, hey everybody. I'm at work, but passing by to say hi. San Diego Barbie, thanks so much. I appreciate it for dropping in. I appreciate each and every one of you for dropping in. So I'm just going to take a sip of coffee here. I'm a little busy this morning. Usually I like to watch some videos in the morning and comment stuff. This morning it was a little bit of a write-off. So, but what are you going to do? I had to go to the hospital this morning. Nothing major. It's just every 6 months I have to go. I've got like type 2 diabetes, so you have to get your blood sugar tested. They just want to make sure everything's going fine and stuff like that. So I hadn't been probably since the summertime, so I had an appointment scheduled, all this kind of jazz. Went to it. He tells me I need this, and I already take pills and stuff, but then he told me, oh, your sugar's a little high, you need this, and you need to take like a needle or something. And I thought, oh, what's going on here? What's the change? He goes, oh no, we can lower your sugars by taking this. He says, no, he says, don't read the article on it. He says, it says it promotes pancreatic cancer, but he says, it's fine. It's only like a couple percentage of people. I said to my wife, I said, I'm going to my family doctor, talk to him before I take that. I'm not taking any chances. I know, excuse me, I know the reason why it's a little high. Last 6 months, once I started this, I used to exercise all the time. I walked, did a lot of exercise, and I haven't done that. So it could be the reason it's a little high. So I'm not taking any chances by taking this goofy thing and seeing what happens. Anyways, and then after that, on the way home, my daughter calls and she says, Dad, I'm not feeling good. I'm dizzy. Can you come pick me up from school? She's literally the other end of the city. So I drove. Takes about 25-30 minutes to get over there. Drove the other side, picked her up, and took her home and stuff. But she didn't look good. I think she's been burning the candle at both ends. They've got she's got like 4 projects due, and in 2 weeks she's got exams before they start the next semester in February. So she's been up, she stays up late doing her homework and all that kind of stuff, studying. So I think that's what's got her under the weather. PMDB Entertainment, I'm good. Good to be here. Thanks a lot, Paul. Appreciate it. Yes, Steve Believe Guitar Will. Welcome everybody. I hope you're enjoying the live. Please support Jeff by leaving a like. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Yes, and if you're new, or if you do like the channel, there's a subscribe. You could always consider subscribing, and there's a little notification bell. If you hit that, smash it, like it, tap it, whatever you want to do to the bell, you get notified for lives and for when videos populate. But anyways, that's we're here for a Monday. It's happy Monday, so we're in the middle. Hello guys, hope everyone's having a good day. Yes. It's nice to see you. Thanks very much for dropping in. Sorry in the middle. If you're here, that's great. If you're busy or at work, I understand completely. Anybody. Neo Blake Gaming coming to say hi. Hey buddy, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for dropping in. Oh, Steve says he's dealing with the sore throat. That's too bad, Steve. I hope you feel better soon. I hope you do feel better. I liked your video, your homage to Steve Vai and stuff. That was great, Steve. It was awesome. Yeah, I don't know if anybody did receive notifications for this. If they did, awesome. If they didn't, I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to keep this up. While everybody's talking, I'm literally going to go to the cupboard. Literally just right there. I'm going to check for something. I'm going to see if we have something. So keep talking. I'm not going anywhere, okay? We'll do that after, because I can't find it. I cannot find it. We'll do that after. We will do that after. So anyways, what's everybody up to? It's the strangest thing talking on a live. Sometimes it takes me a day or two to get used to it after the weekend and that. But it is so strange because can everybody hear me okay? How's that? Is that better? We'll move that out of the way. But does that sound better? I could either keep it up here, but I also have a stand for it. I'm wondering if I should put the stand up. Maybe not right now, but Joe was saying maybe I should put the stand up because then it'll be right in front of me and it might sound a little bit better. Fitz at Bakes. Hey Fitz, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. It's Magical Monday, hey? I couldn't think of anything else to say for a Monday. So, sound is good. Okay, good, Razzle. I appreciate that. It sounds good to me. Okay, good. Thanks again, everybody. I know I've had some audio problems. Yesterday, we went live, Joe and I, the Jeff and JoJo show again last night. And we were on for a little more than an hour and 10 minutes, I guess. But in that time, I think the audio went out like about 4 times or so. We had to keep restarting. And I felt bad, but there's the only thing that I found a little trick with OBS that instead of having to start the whole video again, you leave the chat up, tell everybody that's in the chat if the audio goes out, stay in the chat, don't go anywhere, I mean, unless you want to. But if you want to stay on, what will happen is the video will go out for a few seconds, for about 30 seconds, but if the chat stays open, I exit, close out OBS, reopen it, and start another stream. Everybody stays in the chat so they don't have to actually log into another video. I found that seems to work. It just means there's a delay for 20 or 30 seconds with OBS. But it seems to be a little bit better than having to close a whole thing down, wait 4 or 5 minutes to repopulate everything, so it is what it is. Joseph Erickson, yeah, I know. I was on the last stream, there was no sound. Yeah, I'm sorry, Joseph. I do apologize. Surfing from my home, Lacey. Hey, Lacey, how are you? It's nice to see you. I apologize, everybody, that I didn't get around to saying hello to people today, or if people put things out this morning. So my apologies. I had to go to the doctor, the hospital, and that to specialist, and then my daughter Jenna, she was sick, so I had to pick her up and bring her home. And then before I knew it was 1 o'clock. So I'm really sorry for that, everybody. I do apologize. Cruiser Mac, hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. Not your average JoJo. Hi, Joe. It's good to see you, sweetheart. Joe, I still cannot find the brown sugar. I will look after. I can't do it while I'm on the air. I thought I could, but I went and looked, and I can't find the darn thing. unless we can put it in, maybe even if I can't find it, maybe we can put it in when you get home. So hopefully fits. I'm making a ham in the slow cooker, the crock pot or whatever. Put it in at 12, and then it's ready for 6 o'clock. So about 3.5 more hours, it'll be good to go. Joe finishes at 5, so by the time we get home, it's a little after 5:30, 5:45. It's perfect. Supper's almost ready. So how's your day going, sweetheart? And I'm talking to JoJo. If anybody's like, who the heck is he calling sweetheart? Yeah, my wife JoJo's on here. She's at work. She's got her earbud in, so I'm just wondering how her day's going. True North Angler. Hey, Adrian, how are you? It's good to see you, buddy. It's nice to see you. Hope you're having a good day. It's Monday. How is everybody's Monday? How great can Monday be? I said to Joe when I was dropping her off this morning, I said something as I said, it's like Magic Monday. And she says, call it that today. I said, perfect. Now I don't have to think anything. But for some goofy reason, I thought I'd call something Magic Monday, so I just called it Magical Monday. That way it doesn't have problems. So what's everybody else up to? My day, not your average JoJo. My day's good. It's been busy, but it's quiet this afternoon. Well, I guess for Monday, that's not so bad then, sweetheart. G Money Strong Outdoors. Hey there, how are you, buddy? It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. I hope you're having a good one. Steve Believes says, Idiot of the Day. Can you believe we had 16 today here? You know what, Steve? I don't know. Let me see if I can find out what the temperature was here. Let me see. Give me 2 seconds. Give me a second. Let me just update this network. It'll just take a second. I can tell you what we have for temperature wise. It's -8 right now, Steve. So -8 Celsius. So it's a little chilly out there. We had 16 today. Wow, that's nice. But you know the funny thing is, I feel that it can't be -8. The sun's out. That's the only problem. But I said before, sometimes in the winter here, you never know what you're gonna get. It could be sunny as anything out, but it could be so cold out, and it sure feels it. It did this morning at least. True North Angler Adrian says, I'm doing great working, but took a few minutes to come and say hi. Adrian, thanks again, buddy. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. You have a good one, my friend, and thanks again for dropping in. I really appreciate it. I realize if you're anybody working that, you know, I appreciate it. That's all I'm trying to say. Thank you again. Steve, thanks again. I appreciate it. Steve Believes says, I mean, it's like spring here. I can imagine 16. I can't even fathom that right now. You know, and about a week ago, we had no snow. It was, you know, it was in the pluses, and now the snow's on the ground, and winter's here. But oh well, I guess it is the middle of January. But I said to Joe, I guess on a good note, if we could figure there's like 5.5, 6 weeks left of winter, maybe 6 weeks of, because if you can get the middle of January, all of February done, by March usually our weather's back to normal. Spring starts to set in by that time here. That's awesome. So how's everybody else's day doing? This week's kind of going to be a busy one in that, but our son started into swimming last week. Joe put him into swimming lessons last Wednesday. So for the next 7 or 8 weeks, we're busy on Wednesday nights. So that should be kind of a zoo. They have this pool. They have pools all over London, but they have this one. It's like an Olympic-sized pool here in London, and we go there. They have like diving classes and stuff like that. I think our daughter, when she was in lessons, she always said she wanted to take diving lessons. But when I see the kids doing the flips, and they have like, I think they have 4 boards, and they start like junior level, then they go intermediate, and then they go to like the professional divers and stuff. And those ones, it's crazy. When I say it's literally like a piece of concrete out hovering over the water, and then they do their flips and their back flips and all that kind of stuff. I said, absolutely no way. But I mean, can you imagine if something happened? So I couldn't even fathom. And if they did it, there's no way I could go. I'm the what do you call it? I'm the one that gets all worked up about that kind of stuff. So there's absolutely no way I could go to that. Oh, Steve Belief says we got -12 a couple of years ago. Where are you from? From my home. Lisa says my Monday's been quiet, wonderfully quiet. Oh, that's good. It feels that like the Monday, not the Monday blues, but the Monday blahs or something like that. I just want to get this. I want to get this part over and just glide into the rest of the week. But the funny part was, I thought, first thing Ethan says when we took him to school, he says, Dad, I'm off Friday. I said, what do you mean you're off Friday? I guess they have a PD day. That just means it's a day off school. The teachers go for whatever. But and it's funny, I remember when I was a kid, we used to have PD days. They call them professional development days. Just mean for the kid, it means the days off. And I remember we used to have them like, a few times a year. But now it's hilarious. Schools, the kids have a day off once a month. I don't ever remember. Maybe people here do, but when I was a kid, there was none of that. You did have PD days, but you didn't have them. You had them very frequently. Yeah, you hardly ever had them. But he's all worked up, excited about that, and so we'll be busy on Friday for that. Gosh, I wish I could play music or something on here. I really do. I know I can't, but yeah, if I could play music, we'd have like a party going on. But it's so quiet in here. The only thing I can hear is the fridge, and yeah, it's so quiet. I love talking to everybody, but it's such a strange. 99% of the time I'm fine, but some days it's so quiet, and the only thing you can hear is your own voice. It becomes the weirdest thing ever. It really does, and I think today's one of them. I can't get over it that it's just me talking, and I'm talking to everybody in the chat, but I can't get over that today. I don't know why. I've done this for 4 months now, I think, and yeah, it's kind of surreal today. So Joe, are you still in the chat? I'm curious if he's still in the chat. From my home. Why can't you play some no copyright music? You know what, Lacey? It's because I don't know exactly. I wish I could find a spot. The only thing we've used is YouTube's library, and I need to check it a little bit more frequently. Joe's one to put things in for videos, like if we're driving or going somewhere, just take the audio out and put the music in that way. But I'm a little iffy on going to some of the sites and say, oh, it's copyright free music or whatever. I mean, I guess the worst, you could take it down, but yeah, I guess I'd really kind of need to look at that truthfully. Fitz Bakes, work is slow enough for me to edit a couple of videos, so pretty great here. Oh, that's good, Fitz. I'm glad about that. That is a good thing. Jojo says we will have to get some no copyright music, then he can play it. Yeah, can you imagine? It'll be probably like opera or something, Joe, or like classical. That's the option I'll get. Dangerous. Oh, I love that name. Dangerous Criminals. Up. How are you? It's nice to see you, buddy. It's good to see everybody here. It really is. You know what? So if there's anybody new that you don't know, or if you haven't met before, one of the channels, you'd like to get to know them, check their channel out. Leave them a message. Just say hello. That way they can know that you're on their channel, and they can check your channel out as well. But let's see here. Fitzabakes says, I answer a few phone calls. G Money Strong Outdoors. I use epidemicsound.com. Is that a subscriber channel, or is that? But Epidemic Sound has the copyright, whatever you call it, music. Do they? Big Keg, no notification. Good morning. Sorry, Keg. Apologize. Yeah, I'm always Monday to Friday. I'll always be at this time, but I'm going through this OBS, Keg. So it's good to see you, buddy. It's nice to see you. Sorry, but I put the notification time in, and then I just go live. But it's weird. Last night when we set it, people said some of the people got notifications, but I know on the weekend there's a topic of conversation. Um, I imagine there's people here that watched live streams on the weekend. We did catch a few later or after the fact, and we never got notifications for them. There was one fella, a good friend on here that we watch all the time. Like he's one of the moderators, and he's been in Recycle Dudes and stuff. And we never got the notification. Even Recycle Dude, I think it was Saturday night, we didn't get the notification. And I mean, if you know the person's going live, it's a different story. But yeah, no notifications. It came up after. I think we were messing around and saw something, and we clicked something, and there they are. They're either ending their live or they're in the midst of it, and had no clue that they were on. But I did hear a few things like that over the weekend. Yeah, it's good to see you, Keg. It is good to see you. I haven't watched today's, or the one that you put up last night or today, but I'll get to that. I haven't watched really any videos today. I had to go to the hospital this morning. Just a specialist appointment that I have to go to every 6 to 8 months. Just for type 2 diabetes. They check your blood sugar to make sure everything's good. So, and it's funny. I was saying at the beginning, I went. The guy says, "Oh, your sugar level's a little high." And I said, oh, okay, I know why. Since I started this back in August, and I used to walk and exercise a lot, and that keeps my sugar levels down. But since I've kind of stopped, I've just been busy with this. So yeah, when I'm not exercising a lot, you get kind of sluggish, and you just kind of get out of shape, and that's been me for the last 4 or 5 months. And so that's why the sugar levels were a little high. But he's like, oh yeah, we need to put these, you need to start taking a needle either once a week or once a day. And I looked at him, I said, and then he says, yeah. He says, get this. And he says, now what'll happen is, he says, don't be scared when you read the article on it. I said, why? He says, there's a good chance that in the article it'll say that majority, or a good portion of people could get like pancreatic cancer from him. I looked at him, I thought, what? I just said, okay. I took the papers from him, called my wife, and she said, you're going to your family doctor next week. I said, yes. She says, take it to him, talk to him, because all I need to do is start walking, get back in shape. I know I can lower the numbers for sure, but there's no way I'm going to take something that could give you some kind of opportunity to have something like that. So, but anyways, I'm sure everybody's like, why is he going on about this? I was trying to think of something to say. I'm having that day where, Bob and I, when Bob comes on, he jokes and says pizza. It's a code word for between Bob and I. If I'm struggling, like trying to think of some, he'll scream out pizza, and then I either joke with that. But yeah, I was trying to think of something to say, and it is what it is. Oh, let's see here. G Money Strong Outdoors. Apologize for that. I rambled on like I do always. I missed this, so I'm going to just read royalty free music. I think I pay $10 a month for a YouTube account with them. Well, I've got Sirius Radio for the car, and I wish I could play that, but none of that's copyright free. So there's no way I could do that. But I might look into something. Dangerous Criminals. Be right back. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, it is good to see Keg, isn't it? He's been putting up some great videos of his new location where he's moved to, and I see the new one must be somewhere. I'm taking it's must be around the area. Like I said, I haven't watched that one yet, but I will, Keg. I'll get to it. But he's done a great job. He certainly has. The footage is amazing, and I think everybody loves seeing it, because most of us don't get to see that kind of stuff unless we were to go on holidays. We don't get to see that kind of weather usually, or those kind of locations. Those are locations, Keg, to most of us, where people would want to go on vacation to. So I think you've really caught on to something with that. It's a good thing, buddy. It is. Oh, Steve Leaf says, I 99% receive your notifications. I haven't received that today, first time. Well, I'm sorry, Steve. I apologize that you didn't, but only thing I can say is, maybe it's the notification system, but like I went live and I set it, so I'm really sorry if you didn't. But it is what it is. I guess it's great to see everybody. It really is. Gil Skills. Oh, hey Bob, how are you? It's good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you. I'm sorry that I'm rambling on here, Bob. I was telling everybody the reason I was rambling, because I was having the, the pizza day, where I was like, I need Bob screaming out pizza to me right now. I'm having that day, so I had to go to the hospital this morning for a specialist appointment that I have to go to every 6 to 8 months, and went to that. And then on the way home, I got a phone call from my daughter. Said, "Dad, can you pick me up from school?" She felt kind of, she wasn't feeling good, and she was feeling faint. So I went and picked her up. I think she's been studying for exams that are happening in 2 weeks before they switch over to the next semester, and she's got about 3 or 4 4 projects, and she put a website together on the weekend for a history project. So I think she's just been doing too much the last week or so. And I said, "Did you have breakfast?" She said, "No breakfast, Dad." I said, "Well, there you go." So I said, "Get something into you when you get home. Have some soup or toast or just something small, and lay down for a bit." And surprisingly, she said, "Yeah, Dad, I'm going to do that." So I was glad about that. So by the time I got in, it was just about 1 o'clock. So pretty much I really wasn't around this morning. So I'm sorry for that, everybody. Yeah, Skills pizza. Oh my gosh, Bob. Pizza. Bob, I see everybody. Yes, Skills has got some new merchandise, and I just haven't commented on it yet, Bob. But anyways, Skills, Bob from Skills. Go check his channel out, and I would imagine it's probably somewhere in the description somewhere. But he's got merchandise out now. Go check it out, but you'll like it. I'm not gonna say what I want you to do is check it out. I think you will like it for sure. Please check it out, everybody. Speak of the devil. Oh gosh, Keg. That's what we always say to you when Joe always says to me when we speak Keg's name. It's like witch on wheels. Poof, Keg appears. Oh my gosh, Barrow Boy Woods. How you doing? It's good to see you. It's nice to see you. Steve says, "Yeah, I saw the pizza comment." Yeah, Steve, I'm having them, the Monday blues or whatever you call it, the Monday blahs, where I'm not running out of things to say, but I'm running out of things right from the get-go to say. I'm like, what do I talk about? So, and it is funny. It's easy when you have somebody with you. Joe, when she's with me, it's quite easy. It's you can just go back and forth in that. But when you're by yourself, some days are easier than others, but yeah, it is what it is. Oh my gosh. What happened, Joe? You said, "It's not you, I meant Jeff." What happened now, Joe? What happened now? Skills. Yes, everybody. Okay, so Bob from Skills put up his merchandise. So if you go to that link, Teespring, you'll see the merchandise from that link. Okay, everybody, you won't be disappointed. So click on and take a look, everybody. Oh no, gosh no, Bob. You can, you've got that little blue thing. So you're more than welcome to it anytime, buddy. You're not a problem. And I was talking about it anyway, so definitely put it up. Yes, yes, definitely take a look at it. So how's everybody's day doing, anyways? You like that? I'm having that day, everybody. I really am. Oh, Fitz. I'm gonna finish up the next couple videos. I gotta. Everybody have a good Monday. Yeah, you too, buddy. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit on the dry side today. I'm trying, but we're about halfway through. I'll only go to 3 o'clock if I can make it to 3 today. It's 2:30, and been on half an hour. If I can make another half hour, good stuff. Yes, thanks a lot, Steve. I appreciate it. Yes, if you like the live, you can always subscribe and hit the notification bell, or hit it, smash it, like it, tap it, whatever you want. Oh, it's Andy's Journey. Skills. Andy's Journeys. Andy's Journeys. Oh, Andy's Journeys. You're here. I'm sorry. You know what? I might have missed a few people in the chat, so I'm sorry. Andy's Journeys, welcome. It's great to have you here, buddy. It's good to have you here. My World in OKC. Oklahoma City, I imagine. Yeah, My World in OKC. How are you? Hello, my friends. It's been a while. Good to see you. It is good to see you, my friend. It is nice to see you. Thank you very much, and welcome. Yes, Big Keg, ugly mug mode. Do you like that? The picture on it is absolutely priceless. I love it. That mug is awesome. That mug is awesome. Steve says, "I'll be back. Kiss to bed." Yeah, no worries, Steve. No worries. Thanks again. I appreciate it. My world in OKC. Big thumbs up. Thanks a lot, my friend. I appreciate it. I do. Uh, it's just the ugly mug so far. It's an awesome mug, but it is so. But you know what? It's good to get started on that, my friend. It really is. When I saw it, I thought, oh, Joe was smiling from ear to ear when she saw it. So, but yeah, everybody, you know what? If you go to Gil Skills and to Teespring, you'll see Gil Skills merchandise, the mug and stuff through the Teespring. But definitely check it out. It's gosh, I'm having that day, aren't I? It's awesome, everybody. Take a look at it. Andy's Journeys, I love it. It's Monday, but at least I got to film in Nashville this weekend. Got to drop a video on the Parthenon today. Oh, that'll be awesome. That will be. You know what? Joe's gonna try to help me tonight. Finally, do another video on that. We did one at Christmas, and it's been about 2 weeks now, so we're going to put another one out this week. Just could take a day or two to do the editing, and she's going to help me. She wants me to sit down and try to do it, but has some instructions on it, but I said to her, there's something I missed in the instructions, so I just need her assistance with it a little bit. I imagine it'll take me a few times to get used to it, but I guess that's like anything. Oh, okay. So the wife's going. Okay, not your average JoJo. I'm going to go for a walk. So I'll see you guys later. Take care, Joe. I'll see you at 5 o'clock. What, 2.5 hours, sweetheart? So we'll see you later. Okay, thanks again, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Oh, Gil goes, no worries, my friend. Bob, and I'm sorry we didn't get on there last night. We caught some of it after, but Joe wanted. Well, I wanted to too. We just did that the Jeff and JoJo show last night after. We never know on Saturday. No, not Saturday. Sunday nights what time we're gonna go, but Sunday it's usually after my daughter goes home to her mom. It was the time it was. But oh gosh, I have a question to ask everybody. Somebody brought it up last night, and I do have a question about this. Has anybody else? I do understand though. Oh hey, Mike Albright, WTF, Mike Albright. Hello, good to see you. It is good to see you. Good to see Barrow Boy Woods. It's good to see everybody. I have a question, and maybe it's just me. I don't know if it's a lady or gentleman came on last night and was talking, and they said, I have a question for everybody. Oh, hey, Cole Outdoors. It's good to see you. Mrs. Greenthumb, it's nice to see you. Hello, welcome, everybody. I have a question, and I'm not trying to be nosy. I'm just asking because somebody else. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm doing well, Mrs. Greenthumb. It's great to see everybody. Welcome. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I'm not the most lively person today. You know what? It's Monday, and I'm trying to get out of those Monday blahs. But, yeah. You know what? Everybody has them. So, how are you doing, everybody? Cole Outdoors, I hope everybody's doing good. Oh, Priscilla Nilla, how are you? It's nice to see you. So, I have a question, and if anybody wants to, we don't have to sit and talk about it for a long time, even if they want to talk about it for 2 seconds. Nero Trigger, hey buddy, how are you? It's nice to see you. Welcome, Nero Trigger. It's nice to see you. So, I have a question, everybody. Has somebody asked me last night, they said, have they noticed, you know what, the people on the channel, the numbers changing quite drastically recently? I said, yeah, no, I mean, it happens, but it seems like you go up a couple, and then all of a sudden you go back down again. It's almost like a mini purge. But I've noticed it a lot lately. It seems to be like, it's almost like a stalemate. It seems to be sitting there, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, you think you're, and then all of a sudden it just down again. But it's been dropping, and then it goes up a couple, and then drops down again. I wonder if anybody else is noticing it, because I had a couple people ask me last night. I thought, oh, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's, it's just the time of the year or whatever. But I was just wondering if anybody else had anything similar. It could just be me being a big mouth and asking. So, but yeah, somebody else mentioned it too. So I'm just wondering. Oh gosh, Near Trigger, doing okay. Thank you. Oh, good, my friend. Good. Oh, Hard Morbid, good morning. Oh, Frank, how are you, my friend? It's good to see you. It's nice to see you. I'm sorry to everybody that if I'm missing people as they're coming in. Yeah, Priscilla and Nilla, it's good to see you. Big Cake, numbers are like a yo-yo. Yeah, back a few weeks ago on that with everything back in December. There's big drops, and that there was big drops, I imagine, for a lot of people, and I think it hit everybody. But I've been noticing just the last week, so it's been very, very strange, going up and down just drastically. So I'm just wondering. Mrs. Green Thumb, yes, it does that a lot. Yes, I thought so. Yeah, drops and ups happen to me as well. Okay, and like I said, I'm not trying to be nosy, everybody. Please don't take it that way. I'm just curious because somebody asked, and I didn't really have an answer other than, you know, same thing's happening to me too. So I'm just curious. That's all. But I'll drop it. Sorry about that, everybody. Near Trigger, they YouTube's mini purges every day, but they're not telling people like between 6 and 7. Okay, yeah, because Near Trigger, I found it happening quite a bit recently. Desmond Stonder, hey buddy, how are you? Let me hear. Cool outdoors. I'm very frustrated, so I came in to cool off for a few minutes. Every time I try to flip my virtual camera for OBS on Hangouts, it crashes my OBS, about to give up for the day. Yeah, no, I'm, you know what? OBS this way with really nothing on it, I find if you're just streaming like this with a couple things, like, you see I got that goofy scroll thing. I mean, if somebody doesn't like it, I can take it out in that. But it's not too fast. I thought it's just a little feature up there, and then I put that subscribe. But putting a lot more on through OBS, there's probably a lot more you can do with it. But I thought, you know, like there's the Streamlabs Stream Elements, putting one of these overlays in, I figured out finally how to put them in. But the only problem is I don't know how to get the camera to operate with it, and I don't know if it's taking too much CPU usage, because when I tried it, I can't get things to load. So if I can get around that, I've tried all the tutorials, and there's something in each tutorial I'm missing, and I need to find something. But either that or I'll just stick with what I have. Oh gosh, sorry about this, everybody. Andy's Journeys. I've seen the some. I'm betting that YouTube is trying to something new. I got lucky. I lost 20 from the purge. Yeah, I mean, it was in just a little bit more than that. But you're right, Andy's Journeys. That, I mean, I guess it is what it is, right? What are we gonna do about it? I think I'm a little bit behind, everybody, so I'm sorry. I really am. Usually Joe's screaming at me or calling me saying, you're really behind. Oh, hey, Joy, it's good to see you. It's nice to see everybody here today. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good Desmond Saunders, the big Keg. Good video today. Keg, I'm going to have to watch it. Any videos I haven't watched, it's just I haven't watched them today, so I'm really sorry, everybody. I will get to them. I promise on that. Oh, Mrs. Green Thumb. So how's your family? Good, 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 good. I was saying I had to go to the hospital, just a specialist appointment first thing this morning. I had a couple hours. And so on the way home, I was driving on my way home, and I literally just left the hospital, so it wasn't so bad. I got a call from my daughter, and she says, "Dad, can you come to school and pick me up? I'm not feeling good." So everything's good. She's, I think she's just a little under the weather. She felt like a little, like, you know, sick to her stomach and faint and stuff. So then I got worried, and she's been kind of busy with school. They have a lot of projects. She got 4 projects. She did a website on the weekend, and then in 2 weeks, the end of school, they change over to second semester at the beginning of February. So they have exams the last week of January, I think. So she's been kind of burning the candle at both ends. All weekend she was in her room studying, and trying to get these goofy projects done. So I think she was up a little too late, and she's just been busy. And I said, "What did you have to eat for breakfast?" She stays at her mom's in the week, and then she's with us on the weekend. She said, "I didn't eat anything." I said, "Well," and she's got a bad habit of not eating in the morning when she goes to school. I said, "You know what? That's all fine and good if you're an adult and whatever, you can handle it. But as a kid, you really need to eat something. You know, I know people joke around. It's the most important meal of the day, but it truthfully is. You know, you want to get yourself going, and you don't want to feel sluggish all day." But as everybody would come across this feed and go, "Yeah, this guy's like put you to sleep feed today. But yeah, she just needs to get some energy and start eating properly, I think. Yeah, Priscilla Nilla. YouTube seems to be getting more strict on a lot of things. I think so too, Priscilla Nilla. I really do. I just, things you come across and you see. And there's a gentleman that came on. He's been on quite a few times, but he's having the same problem as Yankee out. Yankees. Yeah, why do I always miss the middle part? Yankees Great Outdoors, or Yankees Out. I can't think of the full name of his channel. I'm sorry, Yankee. It's not intentional. But I know Yankee has been having problems like commenting on in live streams. But this gentleman, the last couple of weeks, he sent me a message and even came on to our channel one day with his other channel, and he says, I'm having the same problem. He says, I can comment with my one channel, but the one that he was commenting on, it's strange. He's commenting, but nobody would see him, right? Nobody can see anything that he's putting in. But now it's strange. If I go back and watch the replay on the live videos, you can see everything. You can see that he was in there talking to everybody. Of course, nobody's talking back to him because they can't see that he's even there. But I think somebody called it shadow something. I forget last night. And anyways, I think he's trying to see if he can get that dealt with. But he's having a lot of problems. Hopefully they can get that worked out for him. I am a little bit behind everybody. Soul Bauer, how are you? Mickey, how are you, Mickey? It's nice to see you. Howdy. Yes, I love that when you say it. Howdy, Mickey. It's good to see you. JD Knight 7, it's nice to see you. If I missed somebody here, I do apologize. I didn't mean to, okay? Oh, Karen Summers, how are you, Karen? It's nice to see you. I hope you're having a good day. I imagine it must be evening for you. Is it, Karen? I would imagine, but I could be wrong. It's nice to see you. Welcome. Let's read through the chat here. I'm a little bit behind on this one today. Let me see. Mickey says the neck is better, but still stiff. Yeah, I saw that you had that video, Mickey. It's it really is. The neck and the back are some of the worst things. It seems like it never is going to get better when you feel like that. And Mickey says, I just installed OBS. Good, Mickey. You know what? I like OBS. I don't know enough about it. This is just OBS in the sense of what it's broadcasting through, and I like it. But adding the extra features, I don't know if maybe if your computer is more up to date than ours, you might be able to use some of the other overlays. But I don't know if it's maybe just because of our computer or if it's something else I just haven't figured out. But putting other things, adding it to it, I would like to do that, but I just haven't figured out 100% on it yet. But I hope you like it, and I'm sure you'll do well with that, Mickey. Let's see here. Karen says it's almost 9 p.m. I thought it was probably evening for you. I know it's about 7:45 or 7:43 or something in the UK, so I figured it's got to be about that time or a little more than that over in Europe. Oh gosh, Mike, that's hilarious. I love it. Yes, Mike. You know what? I need to put these things on the links. I have them. I don't put them in the description, Mike, on the channel. I have them up, on the top, but I never think to put like in the description about all that kind of stuff. But yes, Jeff on Twitter. Yeah, Jeff the Twit. Yeah. Oh gosh. Big Cakes, be right back. Coffee. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I have to have a little bit. Have to have a bit of coffee today too. Did I? If anybody ever notices the audio does go out, please let me know. I'm trying to keep up as much as possible, but I noticed a lot of times when I get behind, if the audio goes out, I don't know for like 5 or 10 minutes. So I'll try to keep up as much as possible. Down the rabbit hole travel. Oh, hey, Marty, how are you? It's good to see you. Marty, I will be watching the videos. I haven't watched any today, really. I've watched maybe 1 or 2, and the reason for it, we technically we had to go to the hospital for a specialist appointment. Then my daughter, I don't know why I'm explaining every single time, but yeah, what happened, I just haven't been around this morning. My daughter wasn't feeling good, so I had to go pick her up from school and bring her back home. So anyways, this morning was kind of right off. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. Emma Joe Goodness. Hi, all. Thought I'd pop on quick to say hi. Oh, hey, Emma Joe Goodness. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for dropping in. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Where are we here? This chat's... I kind of lost control of the chat there. Sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, I lost control of the chat, everybody. I'm so sorry about that. So, everybody, I'm not myself today. I don't have, the hoopla that I usually can get going. It's Monday, and I can't seem to get the raring and going. When I get on and get going, I'm like a million miles an hour. I can't seem to. I haven't been able to do that roaring thing today, so I'm trying. But yeah, it is what it is. Where are we? Oh, hey! Oh my gosh, Felicia Crow 93. Hey, Felicia, how are you? It's nice to see you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Felicia Crow 93. It's nice to see you. This is I do a live Monday to Friday at 2 p.m. Today I'm telling everybody, it's the Monday blues, so I'm not quite up to par today. But it's nice to see everybody. I welcome each other and say hi. Down the rabbit hole. Marty's saying never apologize. You don't owe anybody anything, but hope your dog's feeling better. Yeah, I think Marty, she just she's been busy with school and projects and exams coming up. So, just like us adults, we burn the candle at both ends. You kind of get sick and stuff. I think that's all it is. So it is what it is, and yeah, that's all it is. But Julie Flores, hey Julie, how are you? Oh yeah, Mike. I thought Mike was talking about it. I didn't do the other part, Mike, yet, but I thought I would try it. I mean, it can't hurt. We'll see what happens. Anyways, yeah. Felicia Crow 93. I haven't been able to attend these lives because of work and life, but I'm off today. Oh, that's awesome. No, I understand, Felicia. I understand 100%, and I always say to everybody, because some people come and they, after at their home and they leave a message. I want everybody to know, if never, like Marty says, never be sorry about anything. This is a good time for some people. Sometimes people are done work. It's in a different time zone for them. So, or they're off or whatever it is. So it's a good time frame, and there doesn't seem to be a 2 o'clock time frame. I don't think there's a lot of people on at the 2 o'clock time slot. So I kind of got lucky in that sense. But it is what it is. Like when I do change my working schedule and stuff, it probably will change from afternoon to like evening sometimes. But for the time being, it is what it is. So. But yeah, no, it's great to have you here, Felicia. So, but welcome. I do welcome you, and everybody say hi to Felicia. Everybody say hi to each other, because you never know what your new favorite channel is going to be. And if you leave a message on somebody's video, they'll know you're there, and they can always check your channels out. And it's a great way to grow the community with each other. Desmond's Donders. Let's see here. Desmond's Donders. I changed my avatar banners and logos today. Seems like the only place that cannot see them is my Google account. Joe's been she changed the avatar for us, Dave, but she's been working on the banner, and the last couple days she got the banner up. And it's funny, a banner is like one of the hardest things I think to do, because when you look at it on here, it's different. If you look at it on your television, it's different. If you look at it on your computer, it's different, and you have to size it up properly. So anyway, she was able to get it all worked out, but then when the color seems to be fine on the phone, it's nice and like rich color. But then when you go to the computer, it's a little lighter than she'd like it to be. So she wants to change the font or whatever it is at some point, and make a little like richer color or something like that. But she's gonna work on that. But yeah, she says that's the hardest thing she finds is doing the banner. The avatar was whatever, but the banner was the hardest part she found. Felicia Crow, you're not from there's a girl that I've talked to on here that from when I first started. That's you don't have to tell me. And anyway, you're not from London. I'm from London, Ontario, Canada. I don't know. I don't think you are. I think either you or some other lady that I've talked to on here somebody's from London, but I don't know. Anyways, it's none of my business, so you don't have to tell me. But I was just wondering. I thought maybe it was either you or one of the other ladies for sure, but like I said, you don't have to tell me, honestly. Oh, it's Tabby Smith. Are you here, Tabby Smith? You are. Oh my gosh. You know what? I missed you there, and I'm sorry. I saw it in somebody else's chat, so I'm really sorry for that. I am sorry for that. Priscilla Nilla. You know what? Priscilla Nilla. Joe just we started this in August of last year. So about what, 5 coming on 6 months ago. And when we started, she did the banner and the avatar and all that stuff. When she started, we didn't really know how to do it, so she found like a Windows program. You literally type the name of it in, gives you a couple different options. She says, "How do you like that?" I said no. She says, "How do you like this?" We tried a few options, we liked it. That's what we went with. Then after a few months, back about a month before Christmas, she says, "I'd like to kind of update it to kind of give it a different look." So anyways, over the holidays, she tried a bunch of different things, and anyway, she came up with what she did, and we really liked it, so that's what we've gone to. But it's just a change, you know, just like everything in life, you're always trying to change things and that, trying to make them a little bit better. So yeah, that's all it is. That's what I'm already down the rabbit hole. I'm in the middle of changing all my thumbnails. You know what? I'd like to do that. Joe is also, you know what? She learned a good trick from, not trick, but a good idea from Cole Outdoors. She caught one of the nights when he was live, and he was talking about playlists. And you know how everybody makes different playlists, and each playlist has whatever videos, or if it's your lives, your action, whatever videos you've got set up. So he was saying like how to set up the thumbnails for the playlist, and I thought that was a good idea. But my thumbnails, we usually, what they are is like, we take photos and stuff. We've been putting those out, and they're great. We don't mind them, but I think we have to get a little bit more lively with like some images of ourselves, because I've heard a lot of people say like the image of yourself, and if you can brand it that way and like make them all slightly similar in different ways and stuff, it'd be great. I don't know enough about it, but I'd like to change them too. But the thumbnails is a great thing. I'm not good with it. Joe makes them up quick right before I go live. Usually, we always keep with one a week, and I just run it for the 5 days or whatever, the same thumbnail. But would kind of like to update it. I think having an image and stuff like that would be a good thing, because we have the images of all the outdoor stuff that we like, and that's great. But I think having like your, I think I want to go with like getting our photos and like our image and stuff in it, because I hear that you know, they really like to see a person and stuff. So I'm gonna try that to see, but we'll see what happens. Oh, jeez. WTF, Mike Albright. I love it. I love your. I love when you post stuff up there, buddy. I do like it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it, Keg, that'll probably bring Keg back from his coffee if I say I love it. I love it. I love it a few times for him. Let's see here. Karen Summers. I just started using customized end screens. Looks great. Well, that's awesome, Karen. I forget what we have something, but that's going to be nice, Karen. That will be really nice. WTF, Mike Albright doesn't have channel art yet. Can't figure out how to do it off the mobile app yet. Is there anybody, Mike? If I could help you, I would. Maybe Joe can. I don't know. She's a little familiar with that stuff. But is there anybody on the chat? Mike's saying he doesn't have any channel art yet, but he can't figure out how to do it for the mobile app yet. Is there anybody that can maybe help Mike or suggest something for him, that maybe pop something in the chat? If I could tell you, Mike, I would. Maybe I'll ask Joe tonight, but if there's anybody here that could put something up, that'd kind of be nice in that. Sorry, everybody. I'm just reading through things here. Oh, there it is. You know, I spoke, and he must have heard it. He must have heard it. I love it, love it, love it, Keg. I love it. Keg, so Ozzy, Mia, Aussie 1968 sent a new person our way today, and I'm pretty sure she probably is going to send. I think she was going to send the person your way too. If you haven't seen them, I imagine you should see them soon. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but you should see them very soon. Marty, I love it. Yeah, no, I understand. You know, I like the images, and I thought that was good enough. But I mean, I don't know. You're right. I mean, you do what you do, and that, in my opinion, you know, I think that's the best thing, really. One couple at a time, Mike. I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, Big Keg. Um, Big Keg is saying to Mike Albright, Canva will do channel art for phone. Yeah, I think Keg and Karen were both saying that. That's good. Karen Summers, I did the day I recommended DNIM and using Canva for mobile phone. Oh, good, 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 good. Yes, Karen. Uh, oh, and down the rabbit hole travel. Marty saying Canva as well. I used Google Drawings and made my own channel art. It isn't professional, but I like using drawings to make myself. Well, you know what? I think doing your own thing is important too, Marty. I really do. Oh, good, good. Mike's gonna be able to use that then. Good. Yeah, there's so many out there, but you know, it's nice when people are able to recommend things, and that really is. It really is. Let me just check something here. Where are we? Okay, good. Here we are, 57. Okay, let's see here. Andy's Journey City today. I've just always used good pics of what I was filming. I use Adobe Photoshop Elements, and it seems to be working good for me right now. Andy's Journeys. Well, that's exactly what we use. Well, we don't use that program, but I think either Canva or PicMonkey or something like that. My wife uses one of those. It's some of them. I'm just naming names I've heard. It could be something else, but I know it's one of those two programs, and she uses them, and she puts them all together, and they turn out okay. But yeah, I didn't want to put a picture of myself on everyone, but I've just heard that from people. I don't know if it works or whatever, but oh, Mike, yeah. Imagine, you know what's funny about the hockey, the skating part, Mike? A few years ago, we took our kids skating. I think I took my daughter when she was young, but we took our son once or twice a few years. When I say few, I mean like in the last 6, 7, 8 years. But I hadn't skated since probably 20-some years. And, you know, I played hockey for years, and I pretty much grew up with skates on. But literally, we went to the middle of the city where we live, and they have like in the middle of the city it's called Victoria Park. They have like lighting and the lights there. They have a lot of things. They have like a place where they do concerts and everything. Anyways, where they have the it's like a band shell. That's what I would call it. But where they have the shows and stuff, they have like New Year's Eve and a few things in summer. Not a lot, just a few things a year. Anyways, right there they have a place where people can go ice skating. So we went to. It's where they have the skating, outdoor skating every year. Anyways, in the winter. So we took the kids, and you know, they wanted to learn how to skate. So we went. I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to teach the kids skating. Like, you know, I've been on skates all my life, but I haven't been on them since I was in my 20s. So I went in, and I was pretty much like falling down left, right, and center. They're like, Dad, I thought you said you played hockey. I thought you skate. I'm like, yeah, I did, but I haven't literally been on these things in years. So I was like Spider-Man. I was all over the place. It was kind of funny. You had to see it. Where are we? Image of goodness. I started off using Canva. I thought it was okay. Yeah, there's so many of them out there. There really is, and like I said, my wife is the one that does it, so I'm not the one to talk to, unfortunately. Big Cake says to WTF Mike Albright, download some pics off Google and use them. You don't have to use their themes. Oh, wait a second. Desmond's Donder saying stay Andy's Journeys. I do that for my diary and Donder. My mug goes on the waffle. I love it. Oh my gosh, look who's back. Not your average Jojo. Hello everybody, I'm back. Joe, and look who's right below you. Big Keg. Hello, Joe. Hey, Jojo. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I didn't think I'd see you again. I probably won't stay on for a tiny, like just for a little bit longer, but we have a great group of people here, don't we, Joe? I went from being Mr. Blah to, you know, these are the show stars here today, Joe. I've been having the Monday, whatever you call them. So it's nice to have everybody here to be able to talk to. Really is. Yes, no, everybody's Joe. Everybody's been talking about their channel art and like their banners and uh, avatars and stuff like that. And Mike Albright was saying that he would like to do some for his channel as well, but he doesn't know ones for mobile apps. And people have been saying Canva and all that kind of stuff. I said I wish I can't answer any of it, but there's a lot of great people here that have been just giving Mike some tips and stuff and how to run through stuff. So. But that's good. I know you like doing that, Joe, or maybe, I don't know if you like doing it, but I know you're the one that does it for us, so. If everybody, I'm not skipping over anybody, but a lot of times, you know, if people are talking to everybody, Joe always tells me to skip over everything and get to the topic, because otherwise you're just reading everything, and she says sometimes that bogs you down and it gets you lost in the chat. Oh, Cruiser Max, some creature has invaded your couch. Oh, sorry. Oh, it's the dog. Yes, the dog. Sorry, I've got the chat literally right over top in OBS on the left. So the chat's covering where she's sitting, so I didn't even know she was there. She's really good, Cruiser Max. She, months ago, she would have sat and barked while I was on this talk, and she would have wanted to play with me. Now, this time of day, it's nice. She literally... I said to Joe, I said, she literally is the most lazy dog ever. But I imagine all dogs are to a certain extent. But she's a good dog. She really is. She's about 2.5 years old. She literally lays there, sleeps. I said, you know, it's funny. A dog's life, right? They sleep their whole life away, it seems like. WTF, Mike Albright. Something mobile Twitter. Can you read all Jeff's tweets in a single sitting? Turns out you can. Yeah, Mike, I'm not Mr. Twitter or Tweeter. I'm unfortunately I still don't really even know how to use the darn thing. I created an account much before I created the YouTube channel, and so I've never made one. Joe's always saying that I should make a Idiot of the Day Twitter. We've made one for Instagram, but unfortunately Idiot of the Day was taken on Instagram, so we went Idiot of the Day, but instead of day spelled D-A-Y at the end, that was taken. So Joe's, as a joke, for a Canadian joke, everybody's always saying Canadians say A, so instead of day as D-A-Y, she spelt it D-E-H, like day, A. It was just a joke because we couldn't use the one we wanted to, but maybe I should create a Twitter one and a Facebook, because my Twitter and Facebook are just pretty much personal ones, like with my name and stuff like that, stuff with our family. It's not anything to do with YouTube channel at all. But yeah, Mike, when I created Twitter, I didn't know. I was like, oh, maybe I'll get on Twitter, see what that's like. When I first got on it, all I used it for was to find out my favorite bands and what they were up to. I was looking up like Pearl Jam and Rush and whatever, or AC/DC, whatever band I wanted to see. I'd go to Twitter and read what they were doing. I don't know why I cared what they were doing, but anyways, that's what I used Twitter for. So I have a lot of stuff on music and I think the Leafs and Capitals and the Predators and the Golden Knights and stuff. All the hockey teams that I like and stuff. I have a lot of sports and music stuff on Twitter, more than I do. I have a lot of people from YouTube on there as well. Karen Summers, I have to do dishes in a minute. Yeah, I know. As you can see, Karen, everything. There's the sink, and I did the dishes up right. There we are. I did the dishes right before I came on. Joe's always saying it looks like a bloody mess in here, so it is a little bit, but I mean, you're looking right at the kitchen. That's the one reason I wanted OBS, and that's basically the only reason I wanted OBS. I wanted to create OBS so I could get rid of this in the background, so nobody could have to watch it anymore. They could just see us with some kind of image in the background, but you can't do that without like a green screen, so have to figure that out. But I think that's a little detailed. Big Kick says I've passed Monday-itis. Laugh out loud. That's right. Yeah, you're Tuesday morning, right? What time is it there? Like 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning there, Keg. I think it's, is it 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning there for you? I haven't figured out. You're always 4, so that'd be 7. Are you 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning? You must be either 8 or 7, one or the other. Oh, okay. Joe says we use PicMonkey for thumbnails, but only on the phone. Otherwise, you have to pay to save them. That's right. But it's free to save the photos on your phone. Go figure. Yeah. But you said it seems to be, it's easier to do it on the phone anyways, didn't you, Joe? Let's see here. Yeah, Daisy sitting on the other couch. Joe always says that's my couch. I don't know why. It's funny, we have a couch and a love seat. I don't know why nobody ever wants to sit on the couch with me. We've had the goofy thing, what? Ethan's, what, 11? About 11 years, Joe? 10 or 11 years. And I always said, it's funny, you can see on the couch, I put a blanket. For years, I've been putting blanket. The couch is starting to, after 10 years. But I always put blankets, and Joe could never figure why I put blankets on. She says, why are you putting, who cares? You're like one of those old men that puts plastic on his furniture. I said, yeah, but if you take the blankets off and stuff, it's in perfect shape. She thinks I'm absolutely nuts, but I'm literally an old man before my time. Or as Keg and Mike Albright said, an old man. But Cruiser Mac, maybe get her a YouTube channel, Idiot of the Day. Oh my gosh, when Daisy of the Day, or just Daisy's Corner or something. That would actually be pretty humorous, wouldn't it? That would be actually kind of funny, wouldn't it? I never thought. Joe, maybe that's what we should do. Desmond's Donners, Dave says, laugh out loud. Our cat sleeps all day and bounces around the house all night. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. The dog now, we have a crate that stays in our room, and she only. It's funny, like if we when she was little. When we go to work and stuff, we'd throw her in the crate just that way she didn't make a mess. And because at first she started ripping things down in the living room and that on the blinds and stuff. So Joe says, let's just nip that in the bud. We've got a crate. She slept in that during the day. Everything was fine. So then we kept it up in our bedroom and stuff. And it's funny, to this day, she when we go to bed, she goes into the crate. She likes to lay down. She has pillows and all her toys in there, so everything's fine. She starts off in there. Then I'll wake up in the middle of the night, and there's the darn dog at the end of the bed. She sleeps between Joe and I by our feet. But Joe says it's so funny. She literally waits for me to go to sleep. Joe says it's like clockwork. The minute you go to sleep, she jumps up on the couch, up on the bed. But the minute I'll get up in the night to go to the washroom or something, and she'll jump down and jump in her crate, pretend that she's sleeping. But then I'll come in, I'll go back to bed, fall asleep. And Joe says, literally, the minute you get into bed and she can hear you breathing, that you're sleeping, she literally jumps back up on the bed. In the morning, wake up, there's a dog again. They're not stupid, that's for sure. And it's your Twitter is a hassle. I only use as another place to post pics and videos. Yeah, for me, it's something for a younger person, and I don't mean that to anybody on here, but for me, I'm not hashtag this, hashtag that. I've lived this long in my life without that kind of stuff, so I don't need. But yeah, it is another good network in that with people and that and other channels. But and Joe, goodness, Instagram is so much easier to use. Yes, I have Instagram, and my wife is, but I like Instagram better. I find it easier, more user friendly than Twitter. Twitter seems to be, I call it a hassle. It seems to be there's so many things involved with Twitter. Karen says, I use Twitter. It's Instagram that I don't get. Well, Instagram, I mean, it's really all pictures, I guess. I guess Twitter is to point to, but I mean, basically, Karen, I used Facebook. I never had anything but Facebook, and to this day, how many years, if Joe was on here, how many years have I been saying I've been going to get rid of Facebook? every couple of years I'll go on a rant. I'm like, I can't stand it. I'm getting rid of it. And just before I get rid of it, then I realize the only way I'll see my friends or cousins or relatives and their families and stuff, Facebook. It's the one way. It's a great way to see family and friends they don't get to see very often. Desmond's Donders. I hardly use Facebook just for Desmond's Donders groups. Yeah, you know what, Dave? I don't use it either. But I like going on. Joe was saying to me the other day, we used to check it like every day years ago. Now it's like if we check it even once a week, check it, see. But it's another route. It is. Jeff's head isn't so shiny. Times are tough and the struggle's real. Oh gosh, Mike, that's funny. Yeah, no, Mike, I don't do the chrome dome every day. It's a little too much on the dome to shave that puppy off every day. But yeah, no, I do it every Saturday. I clean it up and no, I've been saying to Joe, I said maybe over Christmas I was gonna let it grow for about a month, see but then I'm afraid that the patches where they're not anymore. But maybe we'll see if maybe I could grow it out for about a month to see what it looks like again. It's been about a year since I've had hair again, so maybe that's what I should. What does everybody think? You think I should grow it out for a month, see what it looks like? Anyways, we'll take a poll. I'm just teasing. We don't need to do that, but. Cruiser Mac, you take care, buddy. It was great to have you here. Thanks very much, and I hope I didn't bore you to death today. I'm not usually this wonderful with my boringness, but anyways, I hope I didn't bore you today. I'll try to be up on my game tomorrow for sure. Thanks again for coming, buddy. I appreciate it. Desmond's Donders. I'm on Instagram, but only post when we're away and have a signal. Yeah, Joe's the one to post the pictures. A lot of times the pictures, Joe will take pictures. She works in a big office building. So she'll take pictures from above, and I forget, what are you on the 20th or 30th floor, Joe? I forget what floor you're on, but she's way up there, and she can see all throughout London, so it's kind of nice. Oh, hey, Steve, you're back. You must have got the kids to bed. You must have got the kids to bed, buddy. Keg, I'm in that, I think I'm with you and Dave now. I was at the hospital and somebody asked me my age and I told them, and they said, you don't look that old. I said, well, I definitely may not, but I'm starting to feel it now. Karen Summers says, I use Facebook all the time for a fanfare band. Good social media to spread news about our band or family stuff. Yes, it is. It certainly is, Karen. And I really like it for myself, well, for family stuff and that, to see pictures of. And I like, sometimes I'll forget pictures. We have the pictures of the kids. But sometimes you go through some photos and there they are in albums, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'll say to Joe, do you remember when they were just babies and stuff? Oh yes, Twitter. My Twitter account, Mike JWheels5150. You like that? The 5150 was after. I loved Eddie Van Halen from Van Halen, so I thought, what am I going to call this? And I put 5150 from one of their albums, from the Van Halen albums. Oh, Andy's Journeys. Let's see. It's winter. Got to have a little bit of insulation up there. Yeah, Andy, wouldn't that be funny? My problem is I'm afraid what it's going to look like. That's my big thing. Yeah, no, Joe, I do see that Steve's back. I'm sorry that I was a little on the slow side today. Desmond's Donders, yes, full set. Jeff, hair, mustache, and beard. Oh my gosh. Dave, you would not want to see me with a beard. I got this ugly mug. It turns like silvery white, and if I had hair, it might not be so bad. But when you got the chrome dome, it does look a little bit ridiculous. But and it's funny, the colors aren't what I would hope. I used to have blonde hair. I always say to my wife, oh yeah, I got blonde hair. She says, you do not have blonde hair anymore. But it goes like reddish tinge sometimes, silver, white, every color of the rainbow. Oh gosh, Gill Skills still here supporting, just working and lurking. That, my God, Gill Skills, that working and Gill Skills, that is a great line. That is a great line. You should use that, working and lurking. Gill Skills, that is a great one. Working and lurking. That is a good one. Big Cake. What's Big Cake say? No shaving, anything for a month, and video diarrhea. Oh gosh, I think Joe might have the end of me, Keg, if I did that. She doesn't. Her dad had a beard, and I guess she's always saying she doesn't want to be married to her dad. So I don't know. We'll have to. Maybe we can convince Joe to let me. I don't know. Maybe not the beard, but maybe if I can grow. I'm good for about a week with the beard, and then. But yeah, maybe convince Joe if I grow that for a month, see what it looks like. It might not be what I think. That's for sure. Florida Pirate, hey, stop by to say hi. It's good to see you, buddy. Thank you very much for coming. And let's see. Desmond's artist, laugh a lot like mine. You mean the badger stripe? Oh gosh, Dave, you're right. I don't know what it is. I don't understand. When I was younger, I never felt that I had like a reddish tinge, but now it turns like a reddish tinge for some reason. But whatever. Gill Skills, Bob saying I use it all the time, laugh a lot. Well, that is a good working and lurking. That, oh my gosh, Bob, that's a great line. You have to use that. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, yeah. No, if I could only make the money, Steve. That's funny. The new Sean Connery. Sean Connery's alive still, right? You know what's funny about that? The other day I saw on IMDb, the Internet Movie Database. I look at that every day just to see what movies are out and all that. Anyways, on Internet Movie Database, they always tell you whose birthday it is at the bottom. So I was looking, and because I would wonder whose birthday today it is. So it was a couple weeks ago, I guess. I was looking, and it was I think Jason Connery, Sean Connery's son. And he's like 57 or 58 or 59 years old. I thought, there's no way. But then Sean Connery's got to be, what, close to 90 years old? I haven't seen him in years. He's still alive, right? I'm pretty sure Sean Connery's still alive. Jojo's not at all like yours. It grows in red, gray, and blonde. Yeah, oh gosh, yeah, Joe. It's different. And then when it does get thicker and longer, you remember I had it for like a couple months, Joe. It was just white. Joe said I looked like Santa Claus. It was. I thought it looked. When I first looked at it, I thought, oh, this looks great. And the way it was growing in, I loved it. And then one day I was looking at a picture back of it, and I thought, oh my God, it totally looks like Santa Claus. I can't. But a big cake says, what about it, Joe? Jojo, vlog his hair growth for a month. Oh, geez, Cake. But the only problem is, Cake, I'm the guy that I can't take it. If it looks horrible, I'd be down at the barber trying to get it trimmed up. That's the only problem. Big Keg, a daily progress report vlog. Yeah, can you imagine every day? Oh, that'd be horrible. Joe, that's not funny, Big Keg. There won't be anything to film. You're funny, Joe. You're funny. That's the problem. Up here, the rest will grow, but it's still here, but it's not. Oh yeah, no, I don't know about that. Karen Summers, yes, Sean Connery's still alive and about 88. Is he really? My gosh, I didn't know. It's funny, you know what? He was around forever, and then it's just like he disappeared slowly off the face of the earth. But yeah, that was my dad's favorite actor. I remember we used to sit and watch James Bond movies together when I was a kid. But you know, I grew up in the 70s as a little kid, so at that time was always Roger Moore. And I, as a kid, I thought, oh no, Roger Moore's better. But you know, as I got older, I realized Roger Moore was good for some humor, but Sean Connery was the man, that's for sure. Oh gosh, yes. Can you imagine? Big Keg says, do what I do, diet. Keg, what I would need is the spray-on stuff. You know, the stuff that not the hair club for men. You know, the stuff, the spray-on stuff. And it looks like you got a full head of hair. That's what I need. That's what I would need. Steve Leaf says, any of the day, if I could get a real beard, I'd just have a few facial hairs. I'd grow it very long and bleach it. Oh my gosh, Steve, that is awesome. You'd bleach it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. So, you know what? I don't know how we made 80 minutes today, or we did 80 minutes. And it's funny, you know what? These days that I kind of have about half an hour in, I was screaming out. 15 minutes in, I think I screamed out, and Bob was here, and I screamed out pizza, and he goes, pizza, pizza, pizza. At that point, I thought, I don't even know how I'm going to get half an hour. Then half an hour rolled around. I said, okay, we'll call it a day in about half an hour. I'll try for another half hour. We made it to 3. And I kind of forgot what time it is. Now it's 20 after, so it was kind of nice today, everybody. What's Keg saying? Steve Lee, bleaching can bloody hurt. Really? Keg, quick question. Did it hurt to, didn't hurt to dye that, did it? Karen Summers, he's a friend of Michael Caine's, Christopher Plummer's, and Roger Moore's. They all about the same age, 85, 88. Only Roger Moore's dead. Yes, I remember that he died in that. Michael Caine, oh my gosh. Does anybody remember? When I was a kid, I remember it was about 1980 something. We went to see a movie. I was just a kid. My dad wanted to see it. A Michael Caine movie called Blame It on Rio. Does anybody remember that? To this day, I get a kick out of it. There's tons of Michael Caine movies, but one of my favorites had to be from the 80s of Michael Caine. Michael Caine and Steve Martin in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Oh my gosh, that movie, like I die laughing every time I see that movie. When Steve Martin is acting like the idiot, oh my gosh. If you haven't seen Dirty Rotten Scoundrels or Blame It on Rio, those are pretty humorous movies to see. Not your average JoJo Big Keg. He won't let me die. I've offered. You haven't offered. I don't think I've ever heard you say that, Joe. Because you know what? Maybe that's what I should do. Diet, and then Joe could die. No, I should grow, and then Joe could diet for me. But I've never heard you say that, Joe. Big Keg says, Joe, I'm thinking of doing another color. All right, Keg. Yeah, done. Good kid. I missed that one. What the heck? I missed it. Sorry. You know when sometimes you read something and you've missed something else in the chat? You know, I need to just read things sometimes and think about it for a second. Sorry. Joe Jerry's Adventures. Jerry, 2 seconds during my lunch to say, hey, Jeff, have a great day. You too, Jerry. Thanks very much for dropping in. I'm going to get off here in a minute anyways. I have to go pick up my son, but I just want to read through this. Steve says, I didn't know that. I would never try it on my head. By the way, just the beard. Oh my gosh. Oh, Karen Summers, Blame It on the Rio. So funny and very underrated. Oh my gosh, isn't it? Oh my gosh. You know who I think's in that Blame It on Rio? As a young girl, I think Demi Moore might be in that. Is it his daughter or the other one's daughter? I forget. You remember he has his daughter and the other fella has his daughter, and one of them. Yes, that story is quite. Yeah, if you haven't seen Blame It on Rio, you should see it, everybody. It's hilarious. Oh, I'm a Michael Caine fan too. I really am. I am. You know, I liked Michael Caine, and I even liked Gene Hackman. I always said, you know, Gene Hackman and Michael Caine at any point of a day or night back when, you know, they showed movies all the time, you could turn a movie like the TV on late at night at any time on the weekend, and you could always get a Michael Caine or a Gene Hackman movie. I mean, they don't, with all the specialty stations, that seems to have changed. But yeah, you don't seem to get that anymore. I mean, I loved watching old movies back in the day, but you have to have those specialty stations now for all that. Yes, Desmond's daughter. Steve Martin plays the idiot. Shock. Yes. Oh gosh, yeah. I love Steve Martin. Yes, Demi Moore plays Michael's daughter in the film. I thought so. And the film Water is also so funny. Karen, I've not seen that one. I'm gonna look that one up. I am gonna look that one up. Is it the Hullcraft Covenant, Michael Caine? I think Michael Caine might be in the original version of The Italian Job. Is he? Or I might be wrong on that. Yes, Joe, I'm going to have to get going. Joe's saying, thank you so much for coming and spending your time with us, everybody. Have a great day. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Oh my gosh, Aussie 1968. Mia, we're just leaving. It's 3:24. I always have to leave by 3:25 because at 3:35 our son finishes school. So I have to get off here. Let me read your comment. Mia says, just listening today at gym and not so good at typing and walking inclined on the damn treadmill. Oh, jeez. Oh, my gosh. Aussie 1968. P.S. Oh, my gosh. I loved Blame It on Rio. Oh, so did I. I absolutely loved it. Karen Summers, you're only supposed to blow the bloody door off the Italian original one. Yes, no, I love that, The Italian Job. I love that movie. Well, guys, I got to get back to work. Everybody have a great day. Yes. Hey, everybody. Ozzy, Mia saying hi to everybody. Oh, okay. Hooroo, Jeff and JoJo, everybody in the chat. Steve, Andy's Journeys, much love. Everybody, Mia, everybody, Big Keg, everybody, Karen. everybody here, thank you so much for coming today. It's 3:25. I have to run. Desmond Saunders, thanks a lot, Dave, for coming. Yes, time to go, Jeff. Thanks for the great stream again, Jeff and JoJo. Everybody, thanks, Dave, Steve Believe, thank you. Everybody, thank you very much. I bid you do. Thanks again. We'll see you again. Bye. Talking about Michael Caine next time. Yes, we should talk about it, Karen. I'd love to talk about that. I'll look more movies up on him. Everybody, have a good day. Okay. Thanks again for everything. Okay. Have a good one. Bye bye.